Namaste, friends. This is Elle with Sacred Union Tarot, and I am here to bring a message for this new moon in Pisces, which happens today at 11:33. So I want to do this reading and get it posted at 11:33 Central Time. So I just think that's a cool number for a new moon. I'm very excited about this new moon because it feels well, let me just say, this was the only card that showed up in the pre-shuffle today, stayed on the table in the Shadowscapes deck, and it's Six of Pentacles. And this is that equilibrium, the kind of a flow in, flow out. Not resisting, releasing, and allowing. So it feels just like that's what we are right now in this journey. So I'm going to put this back in and shuffle, and I'll shuffle for you. So today is March the 2nd, new moon in Pisces at 11:33 Central Time in the US. So I don't know, it feels great. Some of the themes that have been showing up in the readings are speaking your truth, being in your authentic truth, and just being in your sovereignty. It feels like, you know, a lot of the healing is, we've overcome so much of the generational and wounding and trauma and programming, and I think we're in such a good place. And this is a really good energy with this new moon in Pisces. So just another little side note, I will have the zodiac readings up probably Saturday afternoon. So working on those now. So just so we have our March zodiacs up. Okay, let's try this again. This is the Rumi deck. Love this deck. Very twin flame energy in this deck. Very much the journey. And had a really substantial reading yesterday. So let's see what today's message is for this new moon in Pisces for my viewers. Okay. Oh my gosh, 3 cards. The One, Layla, and Commitment. So I'll need to see. I don't know if I've ever pulled the Layla card, but this almost feels like that surrendering, that Six of Pentacles energy, the ebb and flow. So let's find out. It's a number 6 card for the One, for One. I have abolished duality from myself. I have seen 2 worlds as one. One I seek, one I know, one I see, one I call. So that is the One card. Okay, I'll hold it up while There is friction and conflict within you or your life right now. A sense perhaps of being pulled in more than one direction or in confusion because of this. You are questioning which path to take, this way or that. What if you choose this path and it turns out the other would have been better? But how can you know now what choice, if any, is most needed in your life? So many questions. Your mind is scurrying. There is no other word for it. Backwards and forwards it goes, to and fro, trying to settle upon the truth. I love you too much to allow this to continue unchecked. Surrender it, give it up. The truth you seek is this. You shall be. And that is that Six of Pentacles energy, that just surrendering, allowing the energy to come and go, and just surrendering to the journey without having to try and force the choice. Okay, so now we're going to do the Layla card. I don't know what that is, but it's quite a long poem. I'm not going to read all that. Your thought takes a course dragging you in its wake. Move beyond thought. Let your heart lead. Be the leader. So put aside your clever schemes. Oh, lover, be mindless. Become mad. Dive into the heart of the flame. Become fearless. Be like a moth. So this is surrendering to the journey. And let's see what this one says. You are moving through a period of not knowing, a time of great void or womb of the Divine Mother. It is in this place that a seed can crack open and take root. This cannot happen in the light, where all is seen and recognized. It must happen under the cover of darkness, where only trust can assure one's success. This is the way of nature, the way of life, and it must be honored. So trust the journey. Even though you can't see everything and you don't know everything, trust the journey. And now we go to commitment. The awakened heart is like a lantern. Keep it sheltered from the turbulence of the winds of desire. Life operates according to a genius that is beyond linear approach. It is to be trusted rather than understood. There is enough challenge in the personal transformation being asked of you to simplify, to take steps. That is more than enough. You do not have to also create or control the terrain, nor determine the map for your journey. Uh-oh. Sorry, I had a feeling, I just knew this camera was going to slip today. You do not have to create or control the terrain nor determine the map for the journey. You simply need to take each step that presents itself to you in each moment. So this is surrendering to the journey, just going with the flow, taking the energy and trusting you're going to end up exactly where you need to be. So I'm going to move these over here. That's beautiful energy, and that is energy perfect for this new moon in Pisces. Just allowing, trust and allow. That is my mantra, trust and allow. Okay, so this is the Psychic Tarot by John Holland. I like this deck. It's a little different, but let's see what messages come forward. Sacrifice. The number 12 card. That's a major arcana. And it feels like it's saying sacrifice control. Conflict and defeat. This is kind of a Five of Pentacles energy. We had two flippers. The awareness and the 4 card, which is the heart chakra, and these two go together. This is the Magician and the heart chakra, which is being aware of your heart chakra. This is a 5 and this is a 5, so this means something needs to change. Okay, and so sacrifice is the 12 card is the Hanged Man card. A shift in perception, and maybe just a stillness, just allowing. And this conflict and defeat tells me that it's kind of, this is what you're trying to control, and that's where you just have to release and let the energy guide you. So for this new moon, you need to release control of your journey because you have a lot of conflict. But ultimately, you need to just stop and feel the unification with the divine, with source, with spirit, and allow the energies to come in and help guide you. Quit resisting the flow. Discontent and boredom. This is the 4 of Cups. That might be an energy that you're experiencing in your heart because you just are, you've struggled so long. Trying to create an outcome is what I'm hearing. Okay, what else? I'm tuning in a little more. What else needs to come out in this message for the viewers for this new moon in Pisces? This is the struggle. This is the challenge that you're facing right now. but you need to be guided by your heart. I think that was in one of the oracle readings. Go back and listen to one of the oracle readings. Just be aware of your heart center and what what feels right and aligned with your soul. There is temptation. That's that devil energy. Wow. One more card and then I'll start to go a little deeper in this. This one's going to come out. Okay. Triumphant success. This is the Ace of Swords. Truth. Okay. So let's take a look. They said bottom of the deck. Heartache and loss. Here we go. There's that Three of Swords energy. So in this row or column, I'm looking at the whole major message is you need to release. You're conflicted and you're battling the energy. You can't outthink the energy. You have to feel it. And you're trying to outthink it. You're trying to control your own journey, which is already preordained or mapped out. You're trying to say, this is the direction I want to go in, instead of allowing the divine to direct you. So that's creating this discontent, this conflict, this temptation to try and order your spiritual journey. This is your path, and it's already been agreed to in your soul contract that you're going to encounter these challenges in order to meet your soul growth objectives, let's say. So, but because you're not aware of the big picture and what's really going on, you're trying to control it within the minutia. And it doesn't work that way. And this is something we all need to hear, because we all succumb to trying to force the outcome of our spiritual path because we think, oh, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And then we learn that we become very conflicted and resistant when our soul is actually saying, no, that's really not the direction we were going in. And then it becomes well, this is what I want. It's not about wants. It's about following your heart chakra, not your ego. Okay, so from this energy, this is about surrendering to your soul source sovereignty and that power. Ending the duality of it's kind of like me versus my soul song, my soul sirens. And so this is the thing that needs to change is you've got to surrender and sacrifice your control, what you feel like you want to do, and then what you're being guided to do. So that's this energy here. And you're discontent because you're not allowing. Because your outcomes aren't going to be nearly as wonderful and uplifting as the outcomes that your soul has already signed on for. Okay, so then we have this not knowing the direction, and these two cards are pretty much the same voice. You don't have to know you don't have to know everything. Sometimes the information is hidden from you because you're not ready, and you can't get in conflict with that. So what you do is you just surrender. Surrender to the journey, surrender to the energy, surrender to the guidance, surrender and just, I want to say compliance, but it's not compliance. It's just allowing, trusting and allow. This is trust and allow energy. Feels like I'm rambling here, but here's a 5, a 6, and a 7. So conflict and defeat is, you're not going to make this a better outcome than the divine has planned for you. But the temptation is to try and control. See how he's got his hand, he's trying to grab that key, the key to open the sequence of events of your soul, and it's becoming toxic. You're getting into a controlling energy, and that is the guidance here, is to just release. And then we have the Magician here with the heart chakra, which means you need to manifest what is aligned with that vibration of unconditional love. And that's another 5, which means this is what needs to change. You need to be aligned with your truth. What is your soul's truth? And if you see in this card, that sword's kind of coming out of this green energy. And that is the green of your heart chakra. And this is the commitment, is your soul's truth. And when you fight this energy, when you fight all of this, it just really ends up where you're starting to feel the hurt and pain. But underneath that is the spiritual union, the number 2 card. This is the 2 of Cups. A spiritual union, ending this duality. Okay, so let's leave that there. I want to leave that card on top. And underneath that is the 2, another 2. That is the sacral chakra. This is, you know, getting your temporal life, I believe, established in that flow of energy. All right, I'm going to pull from the, this was just a really, I see the wisdom in this reading. I see what Spirit is trying to convey, because I think we've all kind of lapsed back into with what's going on in the world right now, trying to control our outcomes, probably because there's a little bit of fear about some instability, but also we're starting to question a lot of the what ifs in our spiritual journey. This one flipped. Queen of Swords. Yeah. Okay, first of all, we need to eradicate the fear-based thinking. Here is the Queen of Pentacles. We got 2 queens out of this deck. Being in that self-nurturing, self-loving, caring, nurturing, abundant energy, but knowing what to cut out in order to end this duality. And we're being really promoted duality right now with the world situation. And I'm not going to go into the politics of it, but, oh, this one flipped too. Look at that. I am going to say that there is a lot of fear-mongering. There is a lot of toxicity in the media. And that is creating a energetic response in all of us across the globe. So, Queen of Swords, know what information to take in and what not. Sort your own truth. Take what resonates and, you know, find the truth. Don't just take one person's word for it or one outlet's word for it. And be in that loving, grounded energy. Don't go off the deep end. And Knight of Pentacles. This is going to be a slow process of keeping yourself very focused on what really matters to you. And then here is the Devil card again. So we have the Devil twice. This is becoming very toxic. And now I see the whole wisdom of this energy is because of what's going on in the world. Spirit knows that with this new moon, they're guiding you to don't get into that duality. We are all connected. We are being purposely divided. So don't allow that to happen in your energetic field through this weaponizing of information. That's all I'm going to say about that. Here's the 4 of Swords. Take time to feel what's right for you. There's the Emperor. A spiritual union. Okay. And I'm just going to share this because, I mean, many of you, if you've been on my channel, you know that I am a twin flame married to my soulmate. And I spend, and my twin and I are friends and have decided, because we're like phase 1 twins, we're first phase, I believe it's called. We have established lives that we have decided that we are happier just being unified in the 5D and being very supportive, loving friends, appropriate, because we, neither one of us want to sacrifice our marriages. We are happy in our marriages, and in our family life. So we have decided, although he's not really awake and alert to the twin flame energy, we are very supportive friends and supportive of each other's commitments. And to be honest, I've had some people have trouble with that on this channel, but this is my journey, and this is what feels right for me and what feels right for him. But we are in the 5D always sending each other beautiful energy, and knowing and being aware that we're mirroring. So I know that when I am being successful in moving forward on my spiritual journey and also creating abundance, that is happening for him too. And that's what I wish for him. But in the 5D, we are constantly sending each other really positive, supportive energy, both in the 5D and in the 3D. We have conversations, and it's very supportive. And so that's what they're asking right now, is to don't get sucked into what's going on in the world. Don't get sucked into the fear. Don't get sucked into the divisiveness, because then that is going to circulate throughout your energy and throughout your spiritual dimension, is what I'm hearing. Sometimes it cracks me up. There's the 5 of Pentacles right over these two. The Queen of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, the 5 of Pentacles. You may feel very alone in your belief system. People are going to be encouraging you to be divided, to take a side. You don't have to. And this might be something that you have a conversation with your twin in the 5D, in dream state. They may be saying, don't succumb to this. And you may be saying to them, don't succumb to this. Because when we enter that divisive energy again in the 3D, it does affect our 5D. And yeah, here's the Death card in the challenge position, putting an end to this. And that flew over the Devil card. Is that not amazing? Putting an end to this toxicity within you, because it is creating a want to control because of the fear. Now it all makes sense. Yeah, there's that 6 of Wands. Don't succumb to the fear. They said bottom of the deck on this one. 10 of Wands. Yeah, that's heavy energy. Don't succumb to that. There is a lot of heavy energy coming out in the media right now. And it is a very heartbreaking situation. But don't get into the divisiveness of the media. Don't get into the fear. Don't get into the what's going to happen. Everything is divinely orchestrated here. So you just trust and allow. Keep yourself centered and grounded. Keep yourself spiritually healthy. Connect with your divine counterpart in the 5D. If you can't connect in the 3D, offer support. But unity between the divine counterparts is so important right now. Even if you can't have it in the 3D, we have to be in that vibration of unconditional love, and that is what is going to help guide the rest of these energies. We are, remember, we are light workers. We have a job here, and now it is probably becoming more and more apparent what your job is as a light worker, is to hold the light. Hold the light. Even if you don't understand why this is happening, and you're trying to control, the fear and the outcome, hold the light. And I know, and I'm not speaking to the people who are in this conflict, because at this point is a survival for them, but the rest of us need to keep holding and uplifting the light, because if we succumb to the fear and the divisiveness, then we are going to lapse back into dark energy. And we are here to hold the light. That's why twin flames are here. That's why divine counterparts are here. This is that moment of your mission that you have to make that choice to follow the divine energy and your guidance, regardless of how you are feeling personally about your 3D situation. This is, I am trying to get empowerment cards, but there, maybe I need to stop talking. Let's see now. You've seen how many times I've shuffled here. So this is hold the light. This is your light worker responsibility. You signed up for this. You may not understand what's going on or the outcome, and you may be trying to control, but you need to hold the light for the rest of the planet. Do your part. Know your worth. Your light is so important. Your trust in the divine and in this process and in this evolution. Your light is so important. You can't succumb. I mean, you could, but don't. Do more of what makes you happy. Keep your vibration high. Don't succumb. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Go for everything they said you couldn't have. A girl in the right shoes can conquer the world, and women who invest in themselves go further. Okay, so if you're a divine feminine, going through some personal challenges on top of everything else, empower yourself. Do what makes you happy. Know your worth. Don't allow others to convince you how to perceive your spiritual path or what you know. Go for everything they said you couldn't have. So if somebody is telling you that, you know, you're not in a position to have what you are seeking on your spiritual path, you know, don't listen to them. Invest in yourself. Take time to do your spiritual work. And then don't allow people, it feels like somebody here is being convinced that they have to believe a certain way. And you don't. Your journey is your journey. Your belief system is your belief system. That is personal to every single soul on this planet. That is your divine right. Okay. Whew. That was just amazing. I just need to leave it there because it's evident that we are being asked to keep ourselves connected in unified energy. Unified energy, both with your counterpart, whether you're in the 3D or the 5D. You know, this is your mission with this divine counterpart. This is your purpose, is to hold the light. And now is the time to hold the light. The beginning. This new moon in Pisces. The supreme importance of your soul light right now. And your unified energy. Because if they can try to get you back in, if the dark, whatever, there are dark energies. I mean, we all spiritually know that. If they can divide us again, then we're just going to lapse back into authoritative spiritualness, where I'm seeing just control. I'm seeing shackles, and that came up in a dream last night. The spiritual shackles. We have to be released from the spiritual shackles. And it feels like the beginning. Okay. I'm going to leave it there. So hold the light. Be unified, no matter what your 3D situation is with your divine counterpart. In the 5D, please be in unified energy. Be in the unconditional love. This is a moment that matters. Namaste.